Hello, and welcome to the Light Within Us podcast, where we share raw and honest experiences on topics affecting Kenyans and Africans. In our first season, we're opening up about an often silenced topic of miscarriage. We want this to be a safe space where women, their partners, and their communities can share real and heartfelt experiences. Our hope is that by sharing these stories, we can help those who've gone through or will go through a miscarriage feel less alone and more supported. We also hope that in sharing these stories, we can change the conversation around miscarriage and have a little bit more compassion in this conversation. I'm your host, Melissa Kiplagat. Let's begin. Today, I'm really happy to be joined by a wonderful lady by the name of Angela, and I'm going to let you introduce yourself.
Hi, everyone. My name is Angela. I'm happy to be here and looking forward to sharing my story.
Awesome. Thank you so much for being here and wanting to share your story. So let's go back to, I guess, the beginning of your, shall I say, pregnancy journey. Tell us a little bit about where your life was at the point where you got pregnant. Were you in a relationship with the person you got pregnant with? Were you planning to have a child? What was the situation?
My journey, I think I had started looking for a baby for about a year.
Okay.
And I was so excited when I found out I was pregnant. It was scary because I was never there before. I didn't know what to expect.
How old were you at that point?
I was 27, 26 years.
Okay.
Yes, I was 26.
Okay.
And I didn't know what to do, but I'm grateful I had a supportive partner.
Okay.
And my friends around, the sisters didn't know were supportive, so I was looking forward to the journey. And yeah, it was okay at the beginning.
Okay, so how long was it, I guess, okay for from the time you found out to the moment you're like, something's wrong?
I started my clinics very early. Immediately I got to know about it, I started my clinics.
Okay.
So I got my supplements. I think I had my first scan at 4 weeks. So everything was okay until the point when I started spotting. And
Okay.
think immediately I knew something was not right. And so when I went to the hospital and had another scan, that's when I was told there was no heartbeat.
Did you go the same day that you had started spotting?
No, I think I went it was on a weekend. So I remember I went 2 days later.
Okay.
But I just felt something was not right. And but though I couldn't know what it was, I think the symptoms were still there. So I didn't suspect anything wrong at that point.
And then you go to the clinic.
Yeah.
They did an ultrasound or what did they do?
Yeah, they did an ultrasound. At first I was told everything is okay, but then I think I had a second ultrasound because I still felt something was not okay.
That same day?
Yeah, that same day.
Okay.
So there was no heartbeat then at that point, but no, the sac and the baby was still there.
Yes.
So the options I was given were 3. There's the medicine that you take to
clear everything.
Clear everything. There was the option of going to the theater to do a DNC and letting the nature take its course. So I think I stepped over that first day, which was a very long night because I kept on imagining I have something that is not alive in my body. Don't know what can come out at night. So the next day we chose to go with the DNC, which according to me, I thought it was going to be painless and fast. Yeah.
Was it painless and fast?
Yeah, it was painless because I remember when you go to the theater, you go under, so you don't feel. And I remember I went home the same day, that afternoon. So it was okay. I remember it was okay. There was no pain. But I was just feeling scared, empty. It was just a confusion stage. But then I remember my mom asking me if I have any pain, and I told her I'm okay. I think she was trying to prepare me. You can have pain because when the pain came 3 days later, it was too much.
Okay.
So apparently now the uterus has to go back to its size, and that contraction has to happen. Yeah, that it was too painful. I remember it was too painful. There was a lot of nausea. The medicine was not working. It was, I think, too painful for about 4 days. Yeah.
And at this point, have you had conversations with your partner about what's just happened? Are you guys talking about, how are we feeling about what's happened? And how are you personally, mentally, emotionally? How are you feeling at that time?
I remember the next day after the surgery, the procedure, he went to work and I was so mad. I think it took a long time for me to forgive him because I expected him to be there with me, though he didn't know what to do. See, we were both new, we didn't know what to do, what to expect. So I was just feeling lonely, empty. You just feel like something has been taken out of you.
Yeah.
So there's that emptiness. But I think the conversation, he wasn't into it.
Did you try and have the conversation?
Yeah, I tried to have it, but I think he was an introvert. So I'm like, if something has happened, he doesn't want to talk about it. So he kept avoiding the discussion. And I remember at some point we went for a holiday. I think about two weeks later, we went for a holiday, and I knew I was not okay because I didn't want to see him taking any calls. He would pick calls and I would become frustrated. I didn't want to see him talk to anyone. So it's in our own way, we were going through it differently, just not sharing it. So I came across a group then it was called Still a Mom.
Still a Mom? Yeah. Yes, I've heard of it, yeah.
Yeah, by Wanjiro Kihusa. So I joined the support group then.
Okay.
We went through the therapy, the denial, that until acceptance. And I think when I went now for the sessions, even physically, it helped me to now accept. Yeah, but I realized sometimes for couples, when the lady goes and the guy doesn't go, it's like you leave him behind.
Yes.
So you heal, and maybe if you did or said something wrong, he won't. It will take him a long time to get over that. Yes. They just don't share. Yeah.
Okay. So you've gone to seek help, you've gotten counseling, you feel like you're in a better place, you're more accepting of what's happened. Then do you get pregnant again?
I remember I tried, it was just not happening.
You had been trying.
Fast. It didn't happen as fast as I wanted it to happen, because one thing I've realized with a miscarriage, you want to get like pregnant immediately. I keep telling people like you can even steal a baby because you feel like you need to replace the lost child. So you want it so bad. And because maybe your mind is not settled, it doesn't happen as fast.
So you had wanted a child, you'd wanted a child almost immediately.
Yes.
After.
Yeah. I wanted immediately. I remember, I think we started trying like 1 month after the periods came back.
Yes.
So, and it was not happening. I remember it didn't happen for like a whole year, because it happened the following year after that.
Oh, wow. Okay, so a year of trying.
Yeah.
Okay. So a year later, you get pregnant again?
I get pregnant again, and the excitement is there now, like, no, this one is going to stay. So we start the clinics very early, I think. And before then, I used to go to a specialist. Okay, after the first dose, I realized I had PCOS.
Oh, you didn't know before then?
I didn't know before then.
Okay.
So I was given some medicines that I used to take, the glucophage, to control the sugar levels.
Okay.
And this point, I start adding weight because now the hormones are all over. I think I started adding weight.
Yeah.
And now before the next pregnancy, I was told I have to lose weight.
Okay.
Yeah, so now I had to switch to healthy diet, exercise.
And you're still on these meds?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I added quite some weight then. So I had to work on my weight, the diet, we changed it completely. And I'm grateful he was supportive, because he accepted the diet even.
This is your partner now?
Yeah.
Yes.
He accepted the diet, the brown rice, brown ugali and all that.
Yeah.
So now when it happened, we are like, no, this one is going to be fine. We have worked of our bodies, we are ready. And I think he was more excited than I was.
When you got pregnant?
Yeah.
Okay.
So he would wake up, make breakfast. He didn't complain, whatever cravings. I get my cravings very early. So
what were you craving?
The second time was Ribena. I remember I would want to see it red, green, all those colors. I just want to see them there.
Okay.
So this time, I think 6 weeks later, just as I'm sitting at home, I just saw some blood. This time it was March.
Oh my gosh.
Now you're confused. What does this mean? Because see, the first time it was just some spotting.
Yes.
So this is now blood. You can see the blood. And when we went to the hospital, again, there's no heartbeat. I know this time it was very confusing. I think we were both shocked at first. We didn't know. Now we have done our best. What is this now? So again, no, this time I think I didn't go to DNC. I took the meds because she had already started coming out. So they took the meds, and I think we decided now we need to take some time and see, maybe we do more tests and find out where the problem is.
Can I ask? I think a lot of women, maybe even more so in an African context, they feel like if you're not able to carry a child, if you're not able to have a child, that it's the woman's fault. And we hear a lot of people saying that. Was there ever a point where you felt responsible? Because also a lot of women, when they have miscarriages, they think, what did I do wrong? How did I cause this? Were those thoughts that went through your mind at all? Did you feel responsible or guilty at any point?
Yeah, I felt guilty. I went back to start now analyzing what wrong did I do today? Eat something I was not supposed to eat. Did I strain myself? And I think at that point we agreed. I decided to quit my job and just stay at home, because now maybe it's the job that is stressing me, maybe the traveling. So now we are like, okay, we have tried everything. Let me take some time off and stay at home and see if this will help.
And this is after the second miscarriage or before?
No, this was between the second and first.
Between the first and second?
Yeah.
Okay. So by the time you're getting pregnant again, you're not in work.
Yeah,
you're
I'm
not working.
At work.
You're just at home.
Yes.
So you guys really were trying to have a child. Okay.
Yeah, we were really trying and we were hopeful. So now I think this one we are like, okay. I think the second one we brushed it off. We didn't do any therapy or anything. We brushed it off.
So again, you guys didn't really talk about it after it happened.
Yeah, we didn't talk about it.
Did your family know about it? Your friends?
Yeah, I think my mom knew about it, and they think she even got more stressed. My mom is a nurse, so she has seen all this, but she keeps telling me these things are not supposed to happen to my kids or the people I know. Maybe the strangers who come to the hospital, but I don't want it to happen to someone close to me. And his family was supportive, because I remember his sister had gone through it, so they were supportive. But with the guys, they don't talk about it again. So second one, it was just the close family, their family, and very few people who knew about it. So this time I'm like, okay, maybe now something was not right. We have gone to the hospital, so we decided to change the gynecologist.
Okay.
We went we got a professor, and now we thought this one is the best. Everyone keeps saying it's the best, let's try this. So I started my clinics way before. I did all the tests that were required. Check my sugar levels, everything, thyroid, we checked everything before. So this time, because it's not happening as fast as I want.
You're not getting pregnant as fast as
and with PCOS, we are told you don't ovulate as much as you're supposed to. So we get the medicines to help with the ovulation. The retros, the ones you take as you ovulate to help boost the ovulation. So we take the medicine. I take the medicine, and for some reason it happened fast. I think for within 5 months I got pregnant again. And now this time you are sure you are on the right track. But then my gynecologist then put us on so many medications, injections. I had a daily injection.
While you were pregnant?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I had a daily injection. I had to inject myself in the tummy. I had to go to the hospital twice a week to get progesterone injection.
Wow.
I had another drip to do twice a month. I think to support the uterus. So I think it got overwhelming.
Yeah.
Cost-wise, because now the insurance cover finished at some point. Then all that traveling. This time I'm still not working.
Wow, that's a lot. I've never heard of that.
It was a lot. It was a lot. Even my pressure went up. Because now it was a lot. It was too much for the body, I think.
Yeah.
But all this time, everything is okay. So every week, twice in a week, we had to go to the hospital for the injection. So,
are you having any side effects from all the medication? Or is it just pregnancy
I didn't have, it was just the normal pregnancy symptoms. And maybe adding weight because of the
hormones.
The hormones, also the injections.
Yes.
So this one, it was, I think when the medications that I used to take for ovulation, for some reason, I think they kept on, I don't know that they kept on working or something, or overstimulation happened because the cyst still kept on growing. So I'm pregnant and I have a cyst. So at some point during that pregnancy, this time I go past the 12 weeks.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
okay.
I did go past the 12 weeks. And I think 13 weeks, thereabout, I started having some pain. A lot of pain on the left side. A lot of pain because I remember I woke up at 3 a.m. with so much pain. So when I went to the hospital, when they would do the scan, they would see something big, but they couldn't tell what it was. So the pain, I think I was given medication, but the pain wouldn't go. I went back home. I think it was on a Friday. Yeah. Saturday, Sunday, I couldn't stand the pain. So I went back to the hospital on Monday and requested the gynecologist that I want to be admitted because the pain wouldn't go. And this time you can't take strong medications.
Yes.
So I stayed in the hospital for like 7 days and 5 days. I think I was okay.
And they were checking your baby. They thought everything was fine.
Yeah, everything was fine. They checked if I had heartbeat, the blood clot. If they checked, everything was fine. The
baby was fine.
Yeah, the baby was fine. The cravings were there. Because I think every week, from the 10th week, I would go to the hospital for a scan. So everything was fine. When I went back home, I think a week later, I started getting some mucus. You know how those bloody mucus. On an evening, the next day when I called my mom, she told me, you know what that means? Those are labor signs you're having.
Yeah.
This time I'm 14 weeks and I'm like, labor. What do you mean by labor? Okay, I think I just sat down. I assumed. As I was sitting, I just had some water. Or it just felt fluid.
At 14 weeks?
Yeah, so in my mind, I was like, that's blood. But I didn't even want to look. But when I checked, it's not blood. It doesn't have a color. So when I called her, she told me, just go to the hospital immediately. That's the labor you're going through.
Are you feeling any pain at this point?
There was pain, but it wasn't much.
Okay.
So now I'm like labor, 14 weeks. When I went to the hospital, I had the scan. I remember being told, don't even stand, just sit down. They're not telling me what's happening. I'm like, what do you mean by stand? At your baby has already turned, the head had already turned actually.
At 14 weeks?
Yes. So the cyst kept on growing. It pushed the ovary and I think the cervix opened. So in my mind, I'm like, but the baby is fine. We just need to get the fluid back. That time I'm confused. I'm like, we just need to get the fluid back. The amniotic fluid so that the baby can continue because 14 weeks is too young.
Yeah.
And I'm like, the doctors, they were just looking at me actually. They couldn't, I think I was confused.
Yeah.
And I remember this time I called my 2 sisters-in-law and they came. So we're in the hospital. And no, the only solution was for me to go through labor. There was no option.
Okay.
Through labor first, then a surgery to now remove the cyst, because I think it had swollen so much and affected the ovary.
So at this point, does the baby still have a heartbeat?
Yeah, the baby has a heartbeat.
Okay. Hey, okay. So
Yeah,
you go through labor.
Yeah, but no, this time this baby can't live.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
What is going through your mind? Like you're in labor, but you know this child can't live once.
I think I was so confused. And I just remember I told my doctor, I just have one request. I can't go through pain, labor pain, for a child who won't live.
Yes.
So I was given a very strong medication, painkiller, I think tramadol, to help me not feel all that pain as I go through labor. Now, I think because now I wasn't in pain, when I felt like going to the washroom.
Yes.
And when I went, the baby came out. Because I actually remember I saw the baby. And
this is in the washroom.
Yeah. Then in my mind, I'm like, no, what do I do?
So you're by yourself now here in the toilet?
Yeah, I'm by myself. And I think in my confused mind, I flushed the toilet. So, yeah. When I went back, I went and sat down, I kept quiet. Then I was asked, why are you quiet? I've seen my baby. And then everyone is looking at me like, what do you mean? So I told them, I went to the toilet and I saw the baby. Because I remember describing even the size and all. So when I told the nurses, like, you are not supposed to do that, we would have called one of us to see, everything came out. And I didn't know what to do at that point. So now I'm thinking, okay, now the baby is off. The next thing, I'm supposed to go through a surgery.
Right that same day?
It couldn't happen immediately because I was taking the daily injection was to assist to the blood to not to clot. So if I did the surgery, I would have bled so much. So I had to stay for like 3 days before the surgery.
And when you're in labor, is your partner there?
Yeah, he was there. I remember
Everyone
he was there.
And how long were you in labor for?
It didn't take long, maybe an hour or so. It didn't take long.
Okay.
Because I was even given the medication to
hurry it up.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it didn't take long. So now after it happened, we had to prepare for admission. And I remember those days that I was admitted because there was nothing much happening, maybe just the painkillers. So I remember telling my doctor, can I just go home and come back after 1 week for the surgery? So he's looking at me. And I think he realized I'm confused. I told me, I'll go think about it, then I'll tell you. I think I had a scan during that time. And I remember now he had to rush the surgery because when it was scheduled, he had to do it like earlier because now the swelling was too much for the ovary and it had started to bleed, I think, and affect the bleed in the stomach. So yeah, the surgery took a long time, about 4-5 hours.
Okay.
People, they even panicked because it was supposed to take like an hour. This has taken long. And after the surgery, the next day when the doctor was removing the bandage, remember my partner, he opened his eyes, that shock. And I was like, what can you see? Because I couldn't see it.
Yes.
What can you see? He couldn't talk. So I told him, take a photo, I see. And I saw I had a very big scar, above even the navel and down, and I'm like, what was happening? And the things the doctor shown me, there was cysts, there was fibroids, it was just too much. So all this time, yes, my partner, he was supportive because I remember even at night I would just wake up and call him and he would be awake.
Yes.
So now after that surgery, the doctor is like, we are not sure about the other ovary, that you have one and the tube. You should try getting pregnant immediately. And I'm like, immediately? I have a very big scar. Where do I even start?
And at any point, is it Is the loss of this child that you are just carrying, has it hit you? Or are you still like just in shock? You're still confused?
I think I was just confused. It had not hit me because it was just a series of then it happened so fast. No, I don't know. Am I going to recover? I'm not even healed psychologically. The doctor is pushing me to get pregnant again. It was just confused.
Yeah, it was just chaos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think it wasn't also happening for some, because now you see we are confused, we are not ready. But then in my mind, I'm like, I need to prove I can get pregnant again also. Because now I have one ovary and one tube.
You need to prove to who? To yourself?
To myself. Okay. Mostly I think it is more of a self pressure, not even the society.
Okay.
And this time my partner is like, but we don't need to have a baby. We'll be fine. Let's take some time and just go through all this and also just live without it. And in my mind, I'm like, no, you wake up one day and just decide I'm not enough for you. So I kept on giving myself pressure. I think also in turn, I'm giving him pressure also. So this time, I think it wasn't happening as fast. And during this time, I get a job.
Okay, so you go back to work.
Yeah, now. So I get a job. I said, let me go back to work. Maybe I'm just too idle. And that's why it's not even happening. This was not like the following year. 3 months into the job, I remember we went for a review and the doctor said, no, it seems you're not getting pregnant. You should start thinking about IVF. And I'm like, what do you mean by IVF?
And just do you know how old you were at this point?
Yeah, I was 29 then.
29, okay. Yeah.
So I'm like, IVF, I don't think it should be soon. And I remember my partner saying, we're not doing this. We are going to wait for the year to end. We can do the test, but we're not going to do any IVF. The next day, I get some weird feeling in my stomach. And I went, someone told me, just go where I work, there's a hospital down there. So I went to the hospital and I do a scan. No, I didn't do a scan. I did a blood test. And the doctor is like, oh, congratulations, you're pregnant. And I'm like, what do you mean I'm pregnant? The doctor just told me to go for IVF the other day.
Yeah.
So when I called my doctor and I told him, oh, you know what, you are pregnant. Then it's like, start immediately. He wrote me the medications to start. And like, this time, you're going to be very careful. You're going to see, we want to see what will happen now with all the medications. So again, the repeat of the other medication, the injections.
Were you excited this time or hopeful?
I think I was hopeful because now I think in my mind, I'm like, finally, at least I can get pregnant.
Okay,
yeah.
Yes.
So for me, it was, at least I can get pregnant. And maybe this time, because the other one went up to 14 weeks. So I knew this one, it has to go more than that. So we start medications, the injections, there's always, but I think I even got the pressure medication because I think all this would make my pressure go up. 1 week, I think a few weeks later, I started spotting again. I'm like, why am I spotting? When I go for checkup, everything is fine. So I get a bed rest. I remember I would get a 1 week bed rest, I would go back to work. And at some point, I would bleed to an extent I had to change even the pad. So it was a lot of blood. When I do a scan, everything is fine.
They're not seeing where the bleeding is coming from?
Yeah, the bleeding was coming from outside the uterus. I don't know what was happening. Okay. So it kept on bleeding. At some point, even in my mind, I'm like, okay, maybe it's just meant to bleed. There are people who bleed throughout, so maybe. Yeah. But then one day, I just felt some bleeding and something was not right. I just felt it. I went for now a scan in the hospital near my place and there was no heartbeat again. So this one was a wrong one because now with the new job, there's pressure. They all know I've lost the baby. Yeah, this one was, I think this one hit very hard. When I went to the doctor, he was also very disappointed. He was, I think, disappointed, and for him, he also got stressed because I think he had gotten used to, he was also excited for the journey. Because I remember even the scan, like, are you sure there's no heartbeat? He wants to confirm. There's something, you can confirm there's something. I took the medication. No, the baby it cleared. And when I went for the checkup, I remember even the doctor is like, the baby could be big. So he kept on counting the weeks with me. Because for a reason, when after the doctor said, keep on counting the weeks, I would be 18 weeks. Actually, when I kept on counting the weeks until the day I would deliver.
Yes.
So this one, I think it was hard because I got depressed, really depressed. And I would notice I would notice I was just not okay. I was okay when I'm working, but when I got home, it would get so bad.
And are you and your partner talking about it?
Yeah, I would talk about it, but he wouldn't get why I'm feeling that way, because I would feel so empty. I would feel like I can't feel his support. And then he sat me down and told me, I'm really supporting you. What is the problem? I just told him I don't know, but I just feel something is not right. So at that time we kept on, there was a lot of friction.
Okay.
He would do something, I didn't want to go alone. And I remember that time I had my own car and I didn't want to drive. I didn't want to be somewhere alone. I just felt I would rather go in a matatu where there are more people than even drive alone. He can't understand why I can't drive and why because they kept on insisting, please drop me at my workplace. You go to your work. In the evening, I'll sort myself. But he wouldn't get it. So we kept on having friction and I knew something was not right. So at some point, I think we were both so depressed. It was just bad. And yeah, we separated then. And that's when I realized something was wrong. Like that was depression. No, it hit me then. I needed help because I was I got to a point where I felt suicidal.
And how long after this miscarriage were you feeling like this now?
This was after 2 months.
Okay, so pretty soon after.
Yeah, pretty soon after.
Okay.
2 months, I kept on feeling suicidal. I want another baby. It was just bad. So now at this point, I think he also felt it was too much also for him. I don't know. So when he left, I decided to get help and I went through the therapy session. And
was it still with a mom?
No.
This
time I looked for a different therapist and got one who was very supportive. So after I put 8 to 10 sessions, I felt now I was okay. But now when it comes to pregnancy, I just feel I'm not ready. Yeah.
You're not ready because you're scared, or because you're still grieving, or why do you feel like you're not ready?
I just feel I don't want to go through another loss. Like I can't stand another loss.
Yeah.
Because the other one just broke me so much. I feel like I'm not ready for another one. To a point where I'm thinking of adoption. I feel it is easier because now it's a baby that I'm seeing, not one that I have to go through all that. But I still want to get pregnant. Maybe I don't know when. At that time will come, but yeah, for now I think yes, I've healed, but that fear just never goes away. Yeah.
And how long ago was this last miscarriage?
This was 3 years ago. It happened in 2020.
Okay.
So I think the longer you take also, it makes you, the fear become
more.
Yeah. So the fear become more. Because then when it used to happen immediately, I'm not scared to try immediately again. But after a long session, just feels, no, not ready yet. Yeah.
Let me ask you, so you've had 4 miscarriages that you've had.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you're a mom?
Yes, I still feel like I'm a mom. I actually have a tattoo on my back that it shows now the baby feet and an angel. I still feel I'm a mom because all my babies had given them names. I don't know how I knew it was a boy or a girl, but they all had names. So I still feel I'm a mom. Yes, I have angels, only that maybe they are not visible here, but I know they are there. Yeah.
And are there still people in your life? Is this something that you still discuss ever? Or do you ever bring it up with your mom, your support system? Are you still in counseling for it or therapy?
No, for therapy, I'm not in therapy now, but I talk about it. I think most of people in my circle, they know about it. Actually, I'm not scared to discuss about it because I realized if someone had spoken about it before it happened, maybe it would have been, maybe not prepared, but I would have been aware that it happens. And I would say I took all the precautions. Even now, when you talk about it, people will tell you, oh, you can see my doctor, do this and this. So I feel I did my best. There's nothing more. I think I can say that I feel like there's no other doctor who will do maybe better than that. Maybe there is, but I just feel I did enough. I quit my job. I took medications. I did all the tests. So I got myself prepared. So I feel I did my best. Nowadays, I don't blame myself. Then before the therapy, I would blame myself. Maybe they did something wrong. But now I realized there's nothing wrong that I did. And well, when the time comes, it will happen. But the blame, it's no longer there now.
Do you feel like, or have you ever had an experience where you felt like someone, either of your families or in the communities, that someone has made it seem as if you're less value because you haven't been able to carry a child, or like it's your fault that it happened? Have you ever felt anything like that?
Yes, I would feel that earlier on, but I think with time when you heal, either people don't talk about it in my presence, or for some reason it doesn't affect me. Because if someone asks a question, I will answer you how you ask it about it. And I think now, having lived alone for those years, I feel like the society shouldn't also expect me to have a baby when I don't have maybe a partner now. So I got to a point where I'm content with myself. So all those questions nowadays, they don't affect me. And something my mom keeps saying is, I'm happy I have my kids. All those that you keep on wishing they have their babies, we don't know about them.
Yeah.
She just told me, I don't want to lose my babies, and you don't have to have a child to feel that you are enough. So I thank her, she's very supportive, and she makes us feel, we are enough. She's happy she has a baby. I keep telling her, Mom, you know you have your babies, and we don't have ours yet. But she's like, no, I can't lose you, who I can see when you're going to look for others who we don't know when they will come. So I think her support has made us strong. And nowadays, I don't feel intimidated by the society anymore. Yeah.
What do you wish people who haven't had a miscarriage, or the men, or just society in general, what do you wish they really understood about miscarriage that you don't think that they really get or understand now?
Like, it's not something wrong that someone has done, because most people keep saying, oh, you should have done this, you should have taken bed rest. It's not because you did something wrong that it happens. And it's really something you can't control, even because some of these miscarriages, it's because the mind doesn't accept you have something growing, and there's nothing you can do about that. So once the society accepts, even the miscarriage is still a baby, because people will tell you after a miscarriage, that one, huyo hakuwa wako, that one, let it go, look for yours. They make it seem like that was not a baby. But I think to a point where you realize you're pregnant, that one becomes a baby. In your mind, you already envision a baby, how they will look. You see future.
Yeah.
So it's not just something, it's not just blood you lost. And physically, emotionally, you already accept it's a baby. So the society should not see like it was just, we should not just brush it off. It was a baby. Even now, when people talk about babies, I will mention I have 4 babies. Yeah. And I will mention with confidence, because I'm the one who carried them. I felt the babies growing.
Yeah.
And I'd already envisioned them even in future. So, yeah, that's something maybe the society should learn to maybe accept. Yeah.
And lastly, what would you tell someone who is going through a miscarriage right now? or someone who will go through it, because at the end of the day, it's more common than I think most people realize. If they were sitting right here and they were going through it, what would you want to tell them? Or what do you wish someone had told you when you were going through that?
I would wish to tell them that it's not something wrong they have done, and they're still a mom. Losing a baby doesn't make you, it doesn't make you less of a mom, or make it seem like it's something you are lacking. Yes, you may not have a baby then, but that's still your baby. And also, it's just one day at a time. There are days when that wave will come. Even now, it still comes, and you feel that loneliness. I miss my babies. You keep wishing, and for some reason, when you're expectant, there's someone pregnant with you, so you keep walking with your journey. I have like a colleague who we got pregnant at the same time. So every time I see her talking about her baby, I see the photos, I keep imagining my baby would be this size, they would be doing this. So it just never goes away. It's just take one day at a time. And at some point it will happen. And even if it doesn't happen, you're still a mom either way. So yeah.
Okay. Is there anything else you want to say? Any last minute words? Anything you want to cover we haven't talked about yet?
I also feel the society should be a bit patient with people. If someone doesn't have a child yet, maybe they are married, they have had some years, it doesn't mean they are not doing anything. Because that's another thing people assume. Please go to see Dr. Who and who do this and this. So it doesn't mean they are not doing anything. Probably they can't come out and say we have gone through this and this, all those tests. It's not an easy journey. So people should be patient with each other. Just show some kindness to someone. You never know. There are people you invite for maybe a baby shower. They do not want to attend. They can't tell you it's not easy, but just let them be. At that point, when they are comfortable, they will attend. Because I know personally I didn't want to attend baby showers. But for those people, maybe there are people I will attend and there are people who will not attend. Because there are those who brush it off on your face, like, you should have a baby, it feels this nice.
Yeah.
It's not that people don't want to be in that space, just that time has not come for them.
Yeah.
So just be kind to someone and hold a hand to someone who needs it, and just be a good friend. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much, Angela. I know I've learned a lot. There are a lot of things you've talked about that even I didn't know. So thank you so much for being honest and sharing your story. I know there are other women out there, unfortunately, who will relate, but hopefully it'll help them and it will give them courage and they will know that they're not alone. Thank you guys for listening. If you want to continue with our journey with us and join our community, you can find us on our socials. We're on the Light Within Us podcast KE. You can find us on Instagram, Twitter, all the socials. And yeah, follow our journey and let us know what you thought about this episode and our future episodes. And I'll see you next time. Thank you.
Thank you.